Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Aastha&Bansari. Today we are going to learn about the Governing Ourselves, chapter 21 in my wonderful book of social studies, class 5 Karvoda. So before we start this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Aastha&Bansari if you are new to my channel. Click on the bell icon to get the notifications first when I upload a new video. So let's start. Chapter 21, Governing Ourselves. India, a union of 28 states and 8 union territories. India consists of 28 states and 8 union territories. Now they have changed it to 28 states and 8 union territories. Before there were 29 states and 7 union territories. But now we have 28 states and 8 union territories. Together they make up the Indian Union. The Indian Union has a government at the center and one in each state. It means in India, there is a government in the center and one government in each one state. The government at the center is known as central government and those in the states are known as state governments. This has been provided by the constitution to govern the country properly. The Constitution contains everything: the powers of the state and union government, the form of government, parliamentary form, the position and powers of the President and Prime Minister of India. For example, during wartime, it is the duty of the central government to protect and defend the borders. In case of certain matters, example of law and order or education within a state, the state government shoulders the responsibility. The central government helps the state. The state faces problems like floods, famine, or terroristic attacks. In short, a country is run like a big family, wherein state government has the powers of your mummy and daddy. If the family faces bigger problems, then your grandparents step in to advise. Similarly, at the state level, if the problems are too big, then the central government steps in to help, advise, and control. Central government. What is a central government? Imagine a school without a teacher or a principal. What happens? Every child does what he or she wants to do. Some may study quietly, many will make a noise or fight, and some others may just jump around. Someone might snatch your bag, and many may come without them. But then we all know that there is no such school as students. You come to a school, abide by its rules and regulations. In turn, you are safe and you grow. Read to know. The Indian Constitution came into effect on 26 January 1950. It is the longest written constitution in the world, and this day we celebrate as the Republic Day. In the same way, people living in a country balance individual freedom with rules and regulations. By doing this, they learn to agree and adjust with one another to enjoy the rights of life, liberty, and property. To enjoy all these rights, they gave the power and authority to a group or a body of people called the government. A government protects people's freedom and their rights, maintains law, order, and provides security. It also runs school, colleges, hospital and public transport. In addition to this, the government helps the poor in different ways by providing equal opportunity for all. Let's move to who makes laws in our country. The lawmaking body is known as Parliament or Union Legislature. It has two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Parliament consists of the President, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Here is a picture of the Indian Parliament House. First, let's learn about Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the highest lawmaking body of the country. It is also called as the House of People or Lower House because its members are elected directly by the people when election take place. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha is elected by its members. His or her responsibility is to guide the proceedings of the Lok Sabha and even to maintain discipline amongst the members. Any Indian citizen who is 18 years or above enjoys the right to vote for a candidate of his choice. This sentence means that if you are 18 years or above 18 years, you can vote for a candidate of your choice. But you should be 18 or above 18. Any Indian citizen who is more than 25 years of age can contest elections to the lower house or the Lok Sabha. So if you're 25 or more than 25, you can go to the elections for the Lok Sabha or the lower house. Our country is divided into smaller units of constitutions. The candidate who gets the highest number of votes in a constituency is declared the winner. He becomes a member of the Lok Sabha. A Lok Sabha can have maximum of 552 members. Now let us move to Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is the upper house of Parliament. The Vice President of India is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is different from the Lok Sabha. Its members are not directly elected by the people. Members of the state legislative assemblies elect them. There are maximum of 250 members, out of which 238 are elected ones, 12 are nominated by the President of India. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected for a period of 6 years. 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years and then new members come in their place. Rajya Sabha is a permanent body that cannot be dissolved. Fill in the blanks. Quick revision. The lawmaking body is known as Parliament. The Lok Sabha is also known as House of People or Lower House. Let's move to the President. The President. The President is the head of the country. The elected members of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha and the state legislative assemblies form a electoral college to elect the President. The President is elected for a period of 5 years. Let's move to forming the government. Political parties. A country is democratic country. What is democracy? Democracy is the government of people, for the people and by the people. The citizens of India contest or fight elections as independent candidates or by forming political parties. The party which gets the maximum seat forms the government. Sometimes when no single party gets a majority, then many parties come together and form the government. This is called coalition government. The majority party elects its leader, who is appointed as the Prime Minister by the President of India. He or she then forms the cabinet and the council of ministers. The ministers are either from the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. The leader of the party that has the second largest number of members in the parliament is chosen as the leader of the opposition. State government. Every state has a legislative assembly called the Vidhan Sabha. It makes laws for the state. The members of the legislative assembly (MLA) are elected for a term of 5 years. A direct election takes place in the state. This means that they are directly elected by the people who are Indian citizens above 18 years of age. A state is also divided into constitutions. From each constituency, the candidate who gets maximum numbers of votes is declared elected. Before moving, let's read the Read to Know fact. Read to know. Among the union territories, only Delhi has a high court. Continue. When the assembly election results are declared, the party that gets the maximum seat in the legislative assembly forms the government. The governor, who is the head of the state, invites the leader for the majority party to form the government. Now the leader of the majority party becomes the chief minister of the state. The governor is the head of the state. He or she is appointed by the President of India for a term of 5 years. The judiciary. The judiciary is an important organ of the state. The Constitution of India provides for an independent judiciary. The Supreme Court is the apex court in India based in New Delhi. The Supreme Court is the highest judiciary body in our country. The Chief Justice of India heads the Supreme Court. There are many other judges in the Supreme Court. All are appointed by the President of India. At the state level, the High Court is at the head of the judiciary administration. The head is the Chief Justice of that state. Each state consists of districts. Each district has a district and session court headed by a judge known as the district and session judge respectively. This is the Bombay High Court and this is the picture of the Supreme Court of India. Who has the right to vote in India? Indian citizens who are 18 years or above, Indian citizens who are 25 years or above, Indian citizens or none of these. So the answer is Indian citizens. These both are also correct, but the question says who has the right to vote in India. It doesn't say who has the right to vote in Lok Sabha, who has the right to vote in Rajya Sabha or etc. Who leads the Supreme Court? Tell us this answer in the comments. Who heads the Supreme Court? Multiple choice questions. India is divided into dash states and dash union territories. 29 states and 7 union territories, or 27 states and 7 union territories, 28 states and 6 union territories, or 27 states and 8 union territories. We have 28 states and 8 union territories, but in this textbook, it's an old textbook, so it's written 29 states and 7 union territories. You can correct it by writing as 28 states and 8 union territories. Thank you for watching our video, and I hope you learned about governing ourselves, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, the judiciary, the Prime Minister, and more. So see you soon with a new video and Aastha and Bansari. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned much more about governing ourselves, the judiciary, the president, the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, and etc. So see you soon with a new video on Aastha and Bansari.